Good morning, students of class 4th. Students, I am sure all of you are happy and healthy. Students, in my last video, I had explained and written exercise 2 of unit 17, degrees of comparison of your English grammar book. And I'm sure all of you must have completed the second exercise, and you all must have also learned the rules for forming the degrees of comparison. Now children, today I'm going to start with the third exercise of unit 17. So all of you, please take out your English grammar book and turn, all of you, please take out your English grammar book and turn to page number 69. Children, please take out your English grammar book and turn to page number 69, unit 17, degrees of comparison. Now children, in this particular exercise, we need to look at the picture and answer the questions. But before I start with exercise 3, let's revise the 3 degrees of comparison. Children, there are 3 degrees of comparison. The first is the positive degree. And positive degree, when do we use? We use when we simply describe a thing or we treat two things as equal. And keep in mind, before the positive degree, words like a or n or very or as before and after the adjective comes. The second is the comparative degree. We use the comparative degree when we compare between two persons or things, and generally the comparative degree is followed by the word then. The third degree is the superlative degree, and we use the superlative degree when there's a comparison in more than two persons or things, and we use the word the before the superlative degree of comparison. Now, if you all can look at these 3 flowers on page number 69, and the heading is Look at the pictures and answer the questions. Okay, now in the picture, what can we see? We can see jasmine flower, rose flower and dahlia flower. You can see the 3 flowers, 3 different type of flowers. Now, and all these flowers vary in their size. And the first question, तीनों flower की size अलग है. Now, which is the smallest of these flowers? Which is the smallest of these flowers? Now, if you can compare the size, we can see that jasmine is the smallest. So we write jasmine is the smallest of these flowers. Which is the smallest of these flowers? So we have written jasmine. Now, question number 2. Which flower is larger than jasmine but smaller than dahlia? Now, the question says कि which flower is larger than jasmine and smaller than dahlia? कौन सा flower jasmine से बड़ा है और dahlia से छोटा है? So the answer is rose. So we write rose is larger than jasmine but smaller than dahlia. Rose is larger than jasmine but smaller than dahlia. Then the third question. Which of these is the largest flower? Which of these is the largest flower? Which of these is the largest flower? ये तीनों जो flowers हैं इनमें सबसे largest flower कौन सा है? So the largest flower is dahlia. So we'll write dahlia is the largest flower. Dahlia is the largest flower. Fine. So I hope all of you have written these three answers. Now I'm going to erase because now we are going to see the next picture. Picture number 2. Now what can you see in picture number 2, children? What can you see? Can you see 3 different color coats are there? The first is the white coat, which costs rupees 3,000. The second is the red coat, which costs rupees 2,500. And the third is the black coat, which costs rupees 5,000. Fine. Now, the first question based on picture 2 is, which of these is cheaper? Which of these is cheaper? Black coat or red coat? इन तीनों में cheaper, सॉरी विच ऑफ दीज इज चीपर? इन दोनों में है ना, दो है, ब्लैक कोट और रेड कोट है. अब इन तीनों में चीपर मीन सस्ता कौन सा है? सो इफ यू कंपेयर द प्राइस, द रेड कोट कॉस्ट रुपीज 2,500 वेयर इज द ब्लैक कोट कॉस्ट रुपीज 5,000. सो आंसर इज, दोनों में सस्ता कौन सा है? द रेड कोट. सो वी राइट द रेड कोट is cheaper. The red coat is cheaper. Comparison है, so we write then the black coat. The red coat is cheaper than the black coat. Now the second question. Which of these is the cheapest coat? Which of these is the cheapest कोट, इन तीनों में सबसे cheapest, सबसे सस्ता कोट कौन सा है? So if we compare the prices, the red coat is the cheapest coat. So we'll write the red coat is the cheapest coat. The red coat is the cheapest coat. Now, the third question is, which of these is the costliest coat? Which of these is the costliest coat? इन तीनों में सबसे कॉस्टलीस्ट, सबसे ज्यादा कॉस्ट किसका है, सबसे ज्यादा महंगा कोट कौन सा है? सो द आंसर इज द ब्लैक कोट. सो वील राइट द ब्लैक कोट इज द costliest coat. The black coat is the costliest coat. Yeah. So we have seen two pictures and we have compared the size of the flowers and the cost of the coat. And with this we have finished our exercise 3. And now I hope all of you have written the answers. And now I'm going to erase and I'm going to start with exercise 4. Now children, exercise 4 is one of the most important exercise of the grammar book. And this exercise has to be done in your notebook. So all of you, please take out your notebooks. This exercise is very important because this exercise is based on error finding. We need to find the mistakes in the sentence and then we need to correct those mistakes and we need to write the correct word and the sentence again with the correct word. Yeah? So, exercise 4 is correct the underlined words. Children, please take out your notebooks. Give the heading Unit 17, Degrees of Comparison, and give the heading of exercise 4, that is correct the underlined words. Correct the underlined words. अब हर सेंटेंस में एक मिस्टेक है और हमें उस मिस्टेक को फाइंड करना. वी नीड टू रीराइट द सेंटेंस अगेन correctly using the correct word. Now, the first sentence is, the streets in our area are narrower. Fine. Now, in this sentence, the underlined word is narrower. Fine. Now, that means there's a mistake in the word narrower. Now, what is wrong in it? Now, we have learned the degrees of comparison and we know that narrower is the comparative degree because it has got ER at the end. Narrower is the comparative degree. Why? Because it has got ER at its end. So, and in this sentence, if you read this sentence carefully, we are just describing the streets. The streets are not being compared with anything else. So, Where is the mistake? The mistake is in the comparative degree. In place of comparative degree, we need to write the positive degree of this degree. So the positive degree of narrower is narrow. Now we need to rewrite this sentence with the correct word. So our correct sentence will be, the streets in our area are narrow. The streets in our area are narrow. We will use the positive degree. Why? Because we are simply describing the streets. Streets का comparison किसी से भी नहीं है, तो हम यहाँ पे streets को describe कर रहे हैं, तो narrower positive degree की जगह यहाँ पे comparative degree की जगह यहाँ पे हमको positive degree लिखनी है. ब्लैंक में हमने पॉजिटिव डिग्री लिखी, जो हमें ठीक करके लिखना है, बट सेंटेंस को हमें फिर से लिखना है विद द करेक्ट वर्ड. सो देयर इज नो स्पेस इन योर बुक, सो यू नीड टू डू दिस एक्सरसाइज नीटली इन योर इंग्लिश नोटबुक. फाइन. आफ्टर द करेक्ट सेंटेंस, चिल्ड्रन, प्लीज ड्रॉ अ parting line neatly using a scale and pencil. Now the second one. The Rajdhani Express is fastest than the Magad Express. Okay. Now, where is the error? Where is the mistake? The mistake is in this fastest. Now, why there is a mistake? Now, if you read this sentence, the Rajdhani Express is fastest than the Magad Express. दो ट्रेनों का कंपैरिजन है ना, दो ट्रेनों की स्पीड का कंपैरिजन है, दैट इज द राजधानी एक्सप्रेस एंड द मगध एक्सप्रेस. अब जब हम दो किन्हीं भी चीजों को या पर्सन्स को कंपेयर करते हैं तो हम कौन सी डिग्री यूज करते हैं? वी यूज द कंपैरेटिव डिग्री. हम कंपैरेटिव डिग्री यूज करते हैं, और यहाँ पे तो सुपरलेटिव डिग्री दी हुई है, तो फास्टेस्ट सुपरलेटिव डिग्री विच इज इनकरेक्ट, एंड हमें फास्टेस्ट की जगह जो फास्टेस्ट की कंपैरेटिव डिग्री क्या है, वी नीड टू रिमूव द EST एंड ऐड ER. फास्टर है ना, क्योंकि देन भी दिया है, देन लगता है किस डिग्री के बाद? कंपैरेटिव डिग्री के बाद. एंड वी नो दैट वी यूज द कंपैरेटिव डिग्री व्हेन वी कंपेयर टू पर्सन्स और थिंग्स. सो आवर करेक्ट सेंटेंस विल बी, the Rajdhani Express is फास्टेस्ट की जगह हमें कौन सी डिग्री यूज करनी है बेटा? कंपैरेटिव डिग्री. फास्टेस्ट तो सुपरलेटिव डिग्री, और वो कब हम यूज करते हैं? जब दो से ज्यादा चीजों में कंपैरिजन होता है, पर यहाँ पे तो सिर्फ दो ट्रेनों के स्पीड में कंपैरिजन है, so we'll use the comparative degree. So the right is faster than the Magad Express. Fine. So the Rajdhani Express is faster than the Magad Express. And now for doing these exercise, the first thing what you need to do is you need to be thorough with all these 6 rules. सबसे पहले आपको वो 6 rules of forming degrees of comparison होने चाहिए. उसके बाद आपको पता होना चाहिए कि पॉजिटिव डिग्री के पहले A N वेरी या बिफोर एंड आफ्टर एस आएगा. वेरएज कंपेरेटिव डिग्री कब यूज करेंगे? जब हम सिर्फ किन्हीं दो चीजों को कंपेयर करते हैं, दो पर्सन्स को या दो थिंग्स को. एंड कंपेरेटिव डिग्री इज जनरली फॉलोड बाय देन. एंड Third is the superlative degree. We use the superlative degree when there's a comparison in more than two persons or things. And before the comparative degree, always the comes. Fine. So with this, children, I end today's video, and all of you please complete this exercise, whatever I have done today, in your English notebook. And the remaining sentences, I'll be doing it in my next video. Till then, all of you learn and revise the rules for forming degrees of comparison. That's all for today. Thank you, children. Have a good day ahead.